Square. This is a company that I bought at, I think $50 back in 2017 or 18. I sold it at 85 bucks and I thought I was a genius. And look where Square is today. Is it warranted? No, but oh well. So Square is just coming off of its all-time highs. This is a great payment processing company. Everybody uses Square. I think they have a phenomenal product. But they are an incredibly volatile stock. And actually, let me pull up on Yahoo Finance. This is a stock that I really enjoy day trading because it has, where's our beta? Yeah, so our beta right here is 2.61. So this tells you the volatility that it moves in relation to the market. So if the market theoretically moves, say one time, this is going to move 2.61 times. So Square is interesting. They have, like I said, I'd be hard pressed to find a person that doesn't or has not used some kind of Square product. Yesterday I was at the Cleveland Clinic and all of their check-in kiosks have Square products on them, which is just incredible. They are incredibly overpriced with a PE ratio of 516. The interesting thing about them, I can't say that they have the most competition right now. There's definitely other payment processing companies out there, but on a grand scale like them, I don't see it. And the awesome thing that they have done is they've really made it very easy for business owners to use their product. They have an awesome iPhone app, probably a good Android app, I don't know. It syncs flawlessly. It works wonderful over LTE. Everything that they do is just top notch. And there's really nobody else out there that's doing it. I have been told, I haven't dug into this, that JP Morgan is going to try to be competing with them in some regard. If anybody has the capital to do it, it is JP Morgan. But let's get into the stock and see what we got. So first thing I noticed is the bid and ask difference. Obviously, our market is closed right now. It's 4:30 Eastern time. We've been closed for 31 minutes. But our bid and ask difference closed at 95 cents. So there's a big discrepancy, really big discrepancy between what the market maker wants and what the buyer is willing to pay for it. So this is something that if we were live, if we were wanting to buy this, we always have to keep an eye on our bid and ask difference. That needs to be between a penny and 2 pennies. We don't want to do anything else. We want there to be consensus on the price instead of us buying and moving the other way. So some of you are going to say, are we in a downtrend right now? So technically, we are turning into a downtrend because our red line has crossed under our yellow line. But we are not completely in a downtrend and we are not selling this short because we haven't broken below this 80% line. To be in a real downtrend, we need our red line under our yellow, just like it is right here, but all of this needs to be in this sweet spot area. We need to break this 80% line. So I'm not doing anything right now. If you wanted to, you could throw a tracker share on here short if you really want to. But for me, this is a company that I'm just going to put on my watch list and see what happens over the next few days. If I want to go short or long with it, who knows? We are, let me see one quick thing. I want to see if we are in power stock territory with this. And a power stock is making new highs with being over all 4 major moving averages. So we look at this right here. We are over all 4 of our major moving averages. That's purple, yellow, teal, and white line. And we made a high. This is a new all-time high. Then we made another new all-time high, another new all-time high, being over all 4 of our major moving averages. And you can see that it just continued. So this is a power stock. And we are falling out of power right now. So we have dropped below 2 major moving averages, but you can see that it's done that a couple times here, here, and here over the past year or so. So I'm not betting against Square just yet with this little downward trend. If they can break out and make another new all-time high right up here with some nice engulfing candlesticks like that, you can go ahead and buy this thing. It's certainly riskier, because we are in such a great long run. Just make sure you're using stops if you do anything like this. But there is definitely a chance that this thing can keep going as a power stock. and make a new all-time high. So they finished at the bottom of their candlestick today, their price. So what I would want to see tomorrow to go long or Monday is some engulfing candlesticks like this. We break out over our previous high. This is our new all-time high, and then we go. And we're over all of our major moving averages. This thing, if this thing drops below 80%, we can go ahead and throw some shares short on it. This is going to be your resistance line at about $194 a share. And I'm sorry, let me see. Yeah, about $194 a share. So that's where your next resistance, heavy resistance, should be. So let's go over to, actually, let's just come over here and just do a quick swing trade. So if you want to do something on a daily chart, it's very difficult right now because we are sitting at 2 moving averages. We're also sitting at support and resistance. I'm going to expect that this kind of bounces around in this little consolidated area for a little bit, like it did back here. But this thing could break up or down. I would not be surprised to see this break down towards the 100-day moving average, which is this teal line, and just kind of hold there. Or it could just keep breaking down like this and get to the 200-day moving average, which would be around 180 or a little bit, maybe a little bit less or more. But right now, if I am playing square personally, I'm not touching this right now. It's on my watch list. I'm watching it every day. There's better options out there to make money on both up and down. I'm not just right now. There will be a time to grab this thing going positive or negative, depending on which way the chart and the stock price goes and which way the pattern tells us. So just don't do anything with it right now. Sit tight and yep. Let's go to the day chart, the day trading chart. So this is a lot of craziness. They have a lot of intraday volatility, and that is because of that beta that they have. When the market moves big, they move big. And you can see we had a pretty big day in the market, and they had a pretty big loss in the market as well, down about 4.5%. So, but you can also see when they have their big falls, they have their big rises and falls, and here, big fall, big rise, and just that's what that beta does to you. So when you're trading some of these volatile tech companies, just make sure you're looking at the beta, because it kind of gives you some kind of indication of how crazy that thing will be. If you look at a company like Apple or Facebook, their beta is not going to be that big just because, let's take a look at it. Apple and Facebook, they shouldn't be that big just because of how many shares are traded per day. Apple, let's see what Apple's beta is, 1.27. I mean, it's pretty much matching the market. Facebook, let's see, 1.26. So it's not until you start getting into those two areas. I remember back when I was trading Square back in 2017, 2018, their beta was it was like 4.1 or something. It was incredible. That was a really good one to day trade, but you had to use stops because it changed so quickly on you. So over here, we could have done something going short with it today. We had great engulfing candlesticks coming down. We were under 20%, just bumping around in here. And remember, we need to be under 20% and obviously above zero because you can't be at zero. But that's where you're going to make your money going short on a company like this. When you're going long on a company like this, for example, here 2 days ago, we want to have good buying volume. We want to be over 80%, between 80 and 100 and moving. And once it drops below 80%, that's when you're taking your profits. Down here, once it pops over 20%, that's when you're taking your profits. You saw right here, let's draw a straight line down. That's when, this is our straight line down. As soon as we popped over 20%, you could see that the next candle was a green engulfing going in the other direction. So this went from $226 to $230, so $4 swing right in there. And that's when you would have taken your profits because you see that your trend just started to move positive. So that is Square for you. So on a daily chart, on a day trading chart, I just kind of taught you how to do it. Over here on the weekly chart, long-term chart, just be patient, throw it on your watch list. I wouldn't even throw a tracker share on. Let's let this thing choose a direction before we do something with it. On the daily chart, we're stuck right here at these two moving averages and resistance. The good news is we have 100 to hold us. We have the 200 to hold us, and we'll see if it happens. And if it breaks out and gets over this current previous high, all-time high, we can just add to it and add to it, and we will have a power stock that continues. So that's Square for you. Keep using Square in all of your local small businesses. And if you like this, join the Mo's Muscles Patreon, $50 level. I'm in there all day, every day, making short videos of your individual stock questions, your charting questions. We talk about options. We talk about everything in there. Yeah, that's it. You guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you later.